Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Frost and Fire. So let me recap last episode real briefly before diving into this one. We ended up with a mech cluster that has an active auto mortar here. We used big things, and then it just so happens that Reapers also showed up to do a lot of damage to these mech clusters. But we are far from done. We do have that auto mortar that is going to be active in 11 hours, which is a short period of time. And of course, we still have a considerable amount of enemies in our kill box, mostly pikemen, but some centipedes as well. We've got Phoenix and Bash, who are being used to repair and rearm the turrets. And at this point, what we need to do is to rest up, rally our forces, and then push against that auto mortar. But before that auto mortar starts to shell us, we don't have a lot of time, so time is indeed of the essence to clean up the remainder of this fight. I'm going to send Hippie and JD home to rest and heal. Well, not to heal, but to rest because their moods are dire. And then Phoenix here is going to help me. Oh, there goes the turret. Help me take care of some of these mechanoids in just a second. So Bash, I'm going to be using you to haul steel out to the rearmings. And then Phoenix, I need you over here to help me with the centipedes. Okay, so that centipede is dead. And it's going to take me a second, but I'm going to lure the pikemen closer to the base. I'm going to leave these two doors open so that the pikemen have a valid path to get to me. And then my plan is to have Phoenix soak up some bullets while Raptor drops a berserk on all the pikemen, hopefully getting them to fight one another to limit the amount of repairs and rearmings that I need to do. So here comes JD and Hippie, just for some R&R. But before JD gets R&R, I want to have him do some medical treatments to Gabe, so that we can get Gabe back up and running sooner than later. All right, Phoenix draw fire. And berserk the mechanoid. I guess while we wait for the cooldown, I'm going to tend to Phoenix's Fibrinous mechanites just by patting them down, I guess. I really don't know. All right, so now that all those pikemen are busy firing on the mech, all of my healthy turrets are going to be turned on to shoot the pikemen. Not that one. There we go. Corpse obsession, because you were sweaty. Okay. That's not a terrible mental break. All right, fibrous mechanites have been tended to. Stick around. Ooh, that is a very purple corpse. You're going to be putting it on the kitchen table where Ario and Pha are. Leth, could you help to remove that corpse? Thank you. All right, let's draw fire again. I went a little early because I saw that the centipede just finished a volley. All right, Leth, I want you to bury this corpse before our guests see it. Guests need not know that we play with dead bodies. No war crimes here. Okay, so there is this centipede, this pikeman, what else is left? And then, of course, there's the, the auto mortar, which is of considerable concern. But, I'm going to have Phoenix and Raptor get some rest now so I can deal with the auto mortar as soon as I'm able. I might want to also whip some, let's see. I might want to whip some shells at it. Just to see if I can't knock it out the lazy way. All right. My forward turrets here are now going to be turned off to draw the mech closer to the auto mortars, or to the auto cannons. Raptor, you are sure taking a long time to get back inside. Now, with no valid target out here, oh, wow, that was not how to bury a corpse. No, I guess I told you to start manning the mortars, so that would be my bad. All right, don't even worry about targeting, just start lobbing. I don't believe that their high mech shield is a thing anymore, so fire at will. And how long do I have? 8 hours. All right, so this here. What, you don't have other? Okay, here, man this mortar. I don't know what's going on with the mortars because there's clearly some shells left, but. Ooh, that was really good. Not the auto mortar, but a lot of the auto charge turrets, which would pose a bit of a threat anyway, so nah, that works for me. Okay, what else was I doing? Let's turn on these smaller turrets again now that the centipedes are close, just to plink this centipede to death. And auto mortar still up. All right, Gabe, man that mortar. I wonder what's going on with these high explosive shells. Like, why are they reserved? Okay, overshot. Was close, but not quite. Numbers has 2 centipedes and a pikeman left. Pretty damaged too. So with the new centipede coming in, I'm gonna need to again turn off these turrets, draw it a little closer, and then spin them back up. All right, shells. I wonder what's going on with these shells. I really don't know. Oh, you know what? I know. It's the zone restrictions. Yeah. There we go. Do we get it though? No. I don't know what we hit, but it was not the cluster, or not the auto mortar. Nope. All right, so these are my last 2 shots. I'm okay with that. Not a big deal. Centipede ever trudging closer. Okay, so Leth is actually legitimately out of shells now, so I'm gonna have her go rest. Oh, so close. And now Gabe is out as well. This was my last shot. Total miss. Complete miss, I could tell immediately. All right, so then my alternative here is this. Unfortunately, my wounded snipers getting no respite are going to have to go mano a mano with the mech cluster to get rid of the remainder of that, you know, the auto turret and all that. But I am going to send more shooters. So I'm sending JD and Raptor after they eat fine meals. Now, there is a pikeman up here, but I'm not that worried about that pikeman. That pikeman is very, very, very damaged, as is this this mech here. Oh, Phoenix, could you rearm? All right, so Gabe and Leth are happy because they just got married and all that, but they're very wounded. So I just need a brawler to draw fire away from this auto charge turret and then probably just shoot the auto charge turret. Oh, we are rearming with 4 steel. Man, that's good for no shots. Jeez Louise. All right, so Raptor, you just finished cooking. Let's get you out here with me. And JD, you as well. 4 snipers, 1 brawler to draw fire away. That should be fine. My automated defenses will take care of the last centipede, and JD will draw fire away from my snipers so they don't get hurt. Raptor, is there a reason why you're so slow? He seems so slow to me, but I think that's just because JD's faster. I don't really know. I mean, it is dark out. Who knows? All right, let's break down this false wall. And as soon as I step into this radius, the turret will start firing on me. All right, everybody has a shot on the auto charge. Now there is okay, if I step over this way. Oh no, that's not gonna work. All right, Phoenix, keep drawing fire. Go. I don't want this mini turret slugger shooting at me, but oh, there we go. All right, it's hissing. And that was enough to take out the auto mortar. So I'm gonna have all of my snipers go for some R&R, well-deserved R&R. Forcing everybody to stay inside. Because now the auto mortar's gone, there's not really an urgency to destroy the rest of the mech cluster. Oh, that one's on. Whoopsie. Fix that quick. Don't go that way. Don't go that way. Phoenix can, he has a shield belt, but the rest of you, yeah, don't do that. All right, so these turrets here are very, very, very close to having no ammo. So Phoenix, stay out here for a second and rearm. And this, of course, is the second to last mech, this being the last one. Just a little pikeman, really not much of a threat to anyone. And this centipede should go down pretty quick because it doesn't have a lot of health to begin with. Oh no. Collateral damage. All right, that one's done. Bash. How do you feel about killing the last mech? It's like Highlander, there can only be one. He feels good about it, I'm sure. This pikeman's very damaged, so this should not take a lot of effort. Nope, did not. All right, now at this point, I can say stay fortified for everybody, which will allow them to go into the kill box and repair it. I can't unrestrict them because, of course, there's still active mech clusters out here that would be very dangerous for me to go outside. But none of these mech clusters pose an immediate threat. This climate adjuster is not really a problem until it becomes deep winter. And then all these turrets out here might just kill Reapers, right? I mean, as long as I don't go near them, they won't really bother me. So there's a possibility, albeit a small one, but there's a possibility of there being yet another mech cluster. And the reason being is one of these two mech clusters that landed here could have just been a regular old storyteller mech cluster. Actually, technically both of them could have been. I'm hoping that that's not the case. But with that said, yeah, there's a possibility of there being additional mech clusters. And if that's true, I'm going to have a lot more spice on my hands. Basically, it's going to get pretty dangerous. So what I need to do is, a psychic soothe mail. That's going to be great. What I'm going to need to do, oh God, is to get the kill box ready as fast as possible for some additional enemies. I hit allow all, but I don't want them wearing the swamp turtle dusters because that's not good. All right, so the stay fortified zone, I might update a little bit to not actually truly be fortified. To go up here and fix some of these walls, close some of these doors, and break down this monument that we're no longer using. Yeah, so I'll let my guys go in up here too. All right, that looks right. Raptor's getting his side focus back. I'm gonna have his side focus be all but the top tier. There's also, oh, I guess they moved on. There were some skin spiders out here, but they seem to move on. Ooh, a bulk goods trader. That is fortuitous. The reason being, of course, I have all of these clothing that I've been cranking out and no one to sell it to. Mr. Raptor. Look at the mood of these guys. Pure bliss. That's what I like to see. I'm not really sure there's much that I want to trade here. Maybe some of these older pieces of clothing. Of course, the dusters, all the dusters that I've been cranking out. So these clothing are like low quality or damaged or both. This wool parka is only normal quality. I can get rid of that as well. Get rid of some of the damaged toques. I could sell the coronet only to replace it. I can make a little money there. My gold quantity is fine. So that might be the entire trade. There's really not much. You know, I'm going to buy 800 granite blocks. Unfortunately, I think they landed, yeah, they landed over here. Fortunately, none of this is perishable. I guess this wasn't a big enough spot for the blocks. Oh well. This loot is obviously covered by these, at least this mini turret, mini slugger, and then probably the auto charge depending on where we stand. So not exactly the safest place to go. I could wipe out this mech cluster very easily just by sending a brawler in from the south, breaking through this wall and killing the charge turret. That would be no effort at all. The reason about the granite is obviously going to be a better reinforcement material, especially if we're going to be reactor charging up at any point, which we will eventually. So it's going to be important to have that. Oh, geez Louise. Okay, so we have we have a solar flare. And I don't know how long this solar flare is going to last, but the problem is all right. I do have some spare wood. So what I'm going to do is put my animals. Is that really the most insulated place? Let me think about this. The most insulated area. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be... All right, we're going to do it in Raptor's bedroom. Sorry, Raptor. Okay, so JD and Raptor get a passive cooler going. So this bedroom is very internal, and I could close the door. And what we're going to do is we're going to place everyone in here. The animals and the guests and also the beer. So it doesn't spoil. If possible. I mean, we'll see. So Phoenix, not Phoenix, Gabe, let's haul that beer away. I don't want it to spoil, but it has to stay temperate. And then we're going to also want to harvest as many of the plants that we can harvest before the plants go bad. Now, there is the problem of the nutrient-based meals, and there's very little I can do about that. They're just gonna do what they do. And 2 passive coolers ought to be enough. I hope. Building roof. Okay, sure. Oh, Raptor, you don't need to actually build that. All right, so guests. Go to area 1 because it's going to get very, very, very warm very, very, very quickly. And my guests and my pets don't have the temperature tolerances that everyone else does. This also means that this here will be Constance's bed temporarily, and this here will be Raptor's. I guess I could have set them all up in Constance's bed. And then once they're all in there, unfortunately they're going to eat without tables, but that's just going to have to happen. I'm going to forbid the door so that it stays cooler in there. And as you can see, as long as I keep it under 90 Fahrenheit or 32°C, the beer stays good. It's like I'm considering the health of my beer more than anything else. But yeah, that would be correct. All right, another thing that I wanted to do... these marble shelves have been cool that they've had steel on them, but I think what I'm going to do is switch it over from steel to plasteel so that we can replace turrets that blow up faster, and then put just sort of larger stockpiles of steel here so that I can rearm better. So steel... rearm 1, copy, paste, steel, rearm 2. I actually don't know what I was copying and pasting. There. And that way we can far more quickly rearm our turrets. Probably have to raise these up to at least important. Okay. There we go. So yeah, it's staying cold in there, despite it's getting quite hot everywhere else. I'll probably not switch weapons back off of sniper rifles because the remainder of the... No, I take that back. Leth, JD... Gabe, Raptor, and Hippie, switch your weapons. In case, like, Reapers or other mechs land on top of me. Now, there's no acceptable food here. True. I don't want them to starve. So, let's fix that. Raw. Unfortunately, what's going to end up happening is my pets are going to eat, like, tons of it. But here's what I'm going to do. Pets, go over here and eat. And then once you start to get heat stroke, I'll pull you in. Raptor, you haul berries. And then I'm going to assign my other guests to berries only. Yeah, so here are my pets eating the nutrient paste. And we're just going to keep the pets out of the berry area. Or, you know what? I could even do it like this. Pets don't go near the berries. And therefore, they won't eat them. But there are berries for Constans and everybody else. Yes, you have to eat without a table, but honestly, I can't help that. Okay, the temperature in there has been holding, you know, cool enough for the beer. So I hope that we don't spoil it. And we're getting some of the destroyed turrets back up. Now, there's a lot of mechs to be broken down, and just a lot of repairing and rearming to do. No doubt. That meteorite of compacted steel will help a lot for the rearming. So we'll be able to mine that up quickly. Solar flare is ending. That's very good. Animals to pet zone. And then Constans, you take your original bed back. Raptor, you get your bed back. My nutrient paste meals did not spoil, which is great. These passive coolers I won't rearm. And then I'm going to leave the fermenting barrels in here for now. Oh, yes, the zone restrictions. Yes. Now let's take these berries out. And we have another mech hive. They're scattering everywhere. That is not good. I haven't really had time to breathe yet. We do have a valid path into our kill box. I just got to figure out where they're all landing. So let's figure this out. Rearm. 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 And then everybody else rally. Mech hives. So we've got one south, one outside that door, one close to the entrance. The danger one would be back here. So let's all focus before we rearm on the danger one. This one. Because it's like inside. And then some up above. Okay, so there's only one somewhere delicate. I guess I'll put it. And we'll hopefully trash it quickly. Hoping it's not a centipede. Oh, it's a scyther. Okay, let it chase after us. As Phoenix beelines into it. All right, the others. Let's see. We've got another scyther. This might be only scythers. No, that's a lancer. No, there's centipedes. 2 centipedes. All right, let's check numbers. So 3 centipedes, 2 south, 1 north, only 2 scythers, 1 far north, and then 3 lancers. Got it. And one of the lancers is pretty close to the kill box. What I'm going to do is Phoenix and Bash are going to stop what they're doing and start hauling steel to the kill box so that we can rearm. And then everybody else is going to do that too. Everybody's going to stop what they're doing and haul as much as they can hold into the kill box of steel so that I can rearm as much as I'm able, as fast as I am able. Now, luckily, it was a scattered, so it does give me a little bit of time before they come flooding on in. And also, I'm lucky that it didn't happen in the middle of the solar flare, because that would have been a little bit trickier. But a bunch of mechs is not something to scoff at. Now, there's the possibility of sniping these mechs, and that would really help with the amount of steel that I ended up using for this. So what I think I'm going to do is, once we deliver some of the steel, I am indeed going to switch weapons back. I should have kept these sniper rifles. There was no way for me to know that mechs were on their way, though. And then I'm going to have the brawlers rearm these turrets, knowing that, yes, there's already a lancer here. Okay, the lancer's dead. Raptor, you are going to... Where are the mechs? So there's one here, one there. The centipedes, one there. Okay. This, we're going to rally here to snipe this one. These autocannon turrets are looking sad. Bash, you went to sleep. Okay. Repair, and Phoenix Hall. A lot of micromanagement here. That's for sure. Okay, I heard two of that. Finish eating, though. I have a bunch of mini turrets that are just bingo ammo entirely. Now, it's 2 in the morning. It's not really a good time for most of my guys to be fighting because of the disadvantage of light. And the lightning and rainy thunderstorm doesn't help either. So it kind of sucks. Not going to lie, but just, you know, it's not like I have much of a choice, right? Just got to duke it out. And a toxic fallout. Wow. Rainy Random, you're the worst. You are officially the worst. It's going to be really, really difficult to rearm my kill box with a toxic fallout when being out here is dangerous to our health. So that really is rotten. Holy moly. Randy. Why? All right, so we do have a scyther way up in my face. Please chase me. Oh, nope. Wow, you died quick. Never mind. Don't need to. Rearm, repair. We definitely got the attention of this centipede. So that's one less centipede that we're going to have to manage. And hopefully the other centipedes get lured to me too. No. Don't turn around. I hate this. I hate this path. I hate the lack of line of sight and I hate everything about it. We have to get way too close. I need to mine some sort of alternative at some point. Okay, I definitely have this centipede's attention. Oh, I have a mini turret that is trying to shoot me. That's not good. I'm not going to be able to stay out here for very long. No, not that one. This one. Hello, centipede. And another mech cluster. Oh, my lord. Right into the bones of the last one. Did I turn on a reactor that I don't know about? Because I think you all could understand me being mistaken and thinking I don't deserve this sort of attack. Oh my god. Alright, so let's take a look at this mech cluster. They got a mortar shield. Not that it really matters, I don't really have mortars. It's a toxic spewer, so great. I have 2 toxic fallouts at once. They assemble lance, pike, pike, pike. This isn't so terrible. The toxic spewer would be annoying, except for I already have a toxic fallout, so it's like, who cares at this point? All right, I'm trying to mine a little way to get more easily to the mechs there. And then Phoenix and Bash, no rest. You got to go rearm. Okay, so we have mined that out. See about laying some shots in before it rounds the corner. Oh, very good, very good. Most of those are hits. Just keep rearming. That centipede's almost gone. Just keep rearming. Just keep throwing steel in it. This centipede is coming back out to fight me. Good, 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 good. All right, centipede's gone. Lancer is next. And then what do we have left? One more centipede up north. Way up north, so it's going to take a while. And it also might be snipeable. I just have to be careful about letting it get in range. And be careful about my toxic fallout buildup. Alright, Phoenix. I'm going to have you rearm everything. Bash, you get some rest, because you might have to be on next duty. Go lower. I can't go any lower than this because of this mini slugger. I could use smoke pop. Smoke pop sidecast to, yeah, let's do that, to pop here and then to move around the turrets. Please kill it. Yes. Glorious. Thank you. All right. So all that's left is that one more mechanoid that's way up north that I think I'm going to rally to kill with sniping so as to save me the effort of all of the materials. But I think I'm going to have everyone that's near the kill box haul a centipede. And then rally against it. So I guess one of the mech clusters that got called down was just a storyteller mech cluster. But at this point, I really don't know which ones are the ×2 and which ones aren't. This thing is still dormant. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't have a wake-up timer. So as long as I don't really care about... Oh, it is making centipedes, though. As long as I don't really care about... You know what's funny? It landed on top of this unstable power cell that was part of the last mech cluster. But I was saying, as long as I don't really care about the toxic fallout, I could just sort of leave it. Alright, so I'm going to let everybody here get a wee bit of rest because this centipede here is not in a good spot for me to snipe anyway. And now that my AC is back online, let's go ahead and move the fermenting barrels. All right. I hope that's enough rest for you all. Honestly, I know it isn't, but I don't have the luxury of time. So, you know, actually, it's really challenging to snipe this thing. I'm gonna snipe it from here and just walk it back. There we go. Leth and Gabe are fully healed. Wow, that was really fast considering they almost lost their arms, and it hasn't been that long. But power to them. I'm just trying to maximize the amount of damage I can do without wasting steel. It's looking pretty good, actually. We're doing a whole lot to this mech. It's like half dead. Our sniper rifles really pack punches. Uh-oh. Okay, it missed and hit a bunch of smoke pops. Here, let me, you're sitting on very damaged turrets. Never mind. I was gonna turn these on. Okay, here we go. I can turn this one on and that one on. Done. Okay. Woo. All right. So if we take a look at numbers, enemies are cleared. The fire foam is obviously going to get washed away very, very, very quickly due to all the rain. And I hope to be able to repair and rearm as much as I can, given the toxic fallout, which is a real bummer. And actually, let's call it what it is, the 2 toxic fallouts, because I have 2 of them. That are, I mean, this is not initiated yet, but there are like 2 of them overlapping, which is par for the course, I suppose. An absurd amount of par for the course. Raptor, I'm going to need you to cook, because we are out of simple meals. And then my guests here are going to get, you know, actually stay on Royal. Eat berries, I don't really care. Just making sure that my constructors, like Phoenix and Bash and JD, are working towards getting the base back up and running. Seems like they are. Deconstructing steel wall. All right, so at this point, I think we can just say, all right, forget the resources that are up here. I don't really care about that spot. I do care about this as a home zone, but it's already walled up. Because I am much more concerned about this spot here than anything up there. And then once Phoenix is done re-sewing, he should be joining me to help, you know, fix up the kill box as well. But just getting these things repaired and then eventually rearmed is going to be enormous for security. My guests are for 3.5 more days, and their average mood is quite high. Quite high. And I hope to keep it high so that I can gain as much reputation as with them, because it would be good to have the United Cities as an ally, if possible. All right, I also have to keep an eye on toxic buildup. Whoa. Did someone get hit by lightning? Why is there a slowdown of time? Oh, Gabe, did you walk somewhere stupid? Yes, you did. He was briefly... Here, let me just jetpack so I don't get hit. He was briefly unrestricted to haul the centipede down there, and he was walking into the turrets. I gotta make sure to keep them on restrictions, because that can be very deadly very, very quickly. So here Leth is helping to rearm turrets. And we are also going to want to shred mechanoids, so I'm turning that back on. In fact, JD just start on that. It's actually a pretty good source of plasteel at this point. And we got a chunk of spacecraft that we can break down. Okay. Well, that is all the time I have for this episode. I feel unbelievably cursed. Just the amount of mech clusters and toxic fallouts and mechs and attacks, it's relentless. But I don't mind. It's how I roll. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode. Farewell.